Have you ever wondered what it would be like to just step into a time machine and travel a whole decade into the future? Well, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're finding out why you might not actually need a time machine at all. You really just need a plane ticket to Japan. We're going to explore this fascinating premise, looking at some incredible source material to see exactly how Japan's unmatched tech and unique cultural innovations create a society that literally feels like it's operating 10 years ahead of the rest of the world.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our agenda for today. We'll be looking at 4 main areas. First up, welcome to the future. Second, high-speed tech and transit. Third, a world of automation. And finally, entertainment, safety, and society.
Starting right off with Section 1, Welcome to the Future, the baseline of innovation. So, before we can even start marveling at all the futuristic gadgets lining the streets of Tokyo or Osaka, we really have to acknowledge the absolute bedrock of Japan's innovation. I mean, think about names like Sony, Toyota, Honda, Hitachi, and SoftBank. These are massive global corporations, right? And they all originated right there in Japan. By establishing these absolute titans of industry, Japan basically created a long-standing baseline as a global technological powerhouse. This isn't some recent trend. This is an economic and engineering engine that's been running for decades, constantly funding and driving the hyper-advanced society we're seeing today.
All right, moving on to Section 2, high-speed tech and transit, moving millions with precision.
This macro world of infrastructure is really where Japan's futuristic vision transitions from just a cool concept into a daily reality for millions of people. And honestly, there is no better example of this than the Shinkansen, which we all know globally as the bullet train. Just imagine boarding a train and cruising across the country at a mind-bending 320 kilometers per hour. This engineering marvel effortlessly connects major, historically significant cities, places like Tokyo and Hiroshima, in just a fraction of the time it would take to drive. It basically acts as this vital, high-speed artery for the entire nation, completely shrinking geography and supercharging their economy. Now, what's really interesting about this is the number 50. Because, you might naturally assume that hurling a massive metal tube across the countryside at 320 kilometers per hour comes with a pretty significant amount of risk, right? But that number, that represents 50 years. That is half a century of the Shinkansen operating with a flawless, zero-accident safety record. It is a staggering, almost unbelievable achievement for high-speed public transit that engineers everywhere else in the world are literally still trying to figure out how to replicate. But what happens when those high-speed commuters transition to driving in the city? Well, Japan notoriously faces some pretty severe limitations when it comes to urban space. So their futuristic solution? Automated parking systems. And it works in a remarkably seamless 3-step process. Step 1, you don't even hunt for a spot. You just drive your car right onto a designated platform. Step 2, you get out of the vehicle. And step 3, this intricate robotic lift takes over, whisking your car away and storing it vertically in this towering, hyper-efficient storage unit. It maximizes space, it eliminates parking lot traffic entirely, and honestly, it feels like pure science fiction.
This brings us to Section 3, a world of automation, the micro-world of daily life.
We've seen the massive infrastructure, sure, but how does this high-tech approach trickle down to the micro world? Like, how does it actually benefit everyday citizens in their normal daily routines? Well, it starts right on the street corner. We pulled this quote from our sources, found on every corner, dispensing absolutely everything you need. This absolute ubiquity of vending machines is a major defining characteristic of Japan, and because they have incredibly low crime and vandalism rates, these machines can safely sit on literally every single corner, reliably dispensing hot coffee, umbrellas, fresh food, you name it. It's just massive convenience.
And this brilliantly illustrates how automation elevates even the most mundane everyday experiences. Let's compare taxi rides for a second. In most of the world, getting a traditional taxi means walking up, yanking a manual door handle, sliding across the seat, and, getting a pretty standard ride. But Japanese taxis? As you approach, the automated doors seamlessly swing open for you without you lifting a single finger. The drivers are in crisp uniforms, they're often wearing white gloves. It just adds this unexpected touch of luxury, making a simple, ordinary cab ride feel wonderfully seamless and, again, super futuristic. And then, of course, there are the robots. Robotics are deeply, fundamentally integrated into Japanese society, and they exist way beyond just the typical automated arms you might see in a car manufacturing plant.
We're talking about robots stepping into medical care and patient assistance to help out an aging population. They're providing office and administrative support, they're handling dangerous heavy lifting and industrial labor, and yes, they also take the form of giant, awe-inspiring mechas and interactive display robots that absolutely wow tourists. Automation here isn't something to fear, it's really viewed as a helpful, integrated partner in daily life.
Now, for our final area, Section 4, Entertainment, Safety, and Society. Culture of the Future.
You see, technology in Japan doesn't just build bridges and park cars. It heavily influences how the society entertains itself and how it maintains its meticulously safe social structure. Let's talk about video game supremacy for a minute. Japan is the undisputed birthplace of absolute gaming legends. I mean, Super Mario alone, right? But gaming here goes way beyond a solitary experience in your living room. It is a massive, highly immersive public culture. The cities are filled with these sprawling, multi-story arcade centers packed with complex physical machines that you simply won't find anywhere else in the world. It's a vibrant, neon-lit community hub where tech and entertainment completely collide.
So the crucial point is how all of this tech and density comes together to form a highly functioning society. Consider the commuter volume for a second. An unbelievable 3 million people pass through places like Shinjuku Station every single day. 3 million. Yet despite that staggering volume of human traffic, the society remains impeccably organized and incredibly clean, with strict non-smoking zones that are universally respected. And law enforcement? Small police stations known as kobans are seamlessly integrated into neighborhoods absolutely everywhere, meaning help is always just a few steps away. The true marvel isn't just the tech itself, it's how the technology and the cultural discipline create perfect harmony out of what should, frankly, be absolute chaos.
Which brings us to our final, provocative thought for this explainer. When you really step back and look at the seamless, automated vertical parking, the flawless bullet trains cruising safely at 320 kilometers per hour for half a century, and robots effectively assisting in daily human needs, is the rest of the world truly ready to catch up, or is Japan always going to remain that fascinating, meticulously organized decade ahead of us? Thank you so much for joining me to explore this incredible landscape today, and keep looking toward the future.